everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Paul here. Day 3 of doing some creation for YouTube and social medias. And as I've been kind of working on my January challenges and pushing myself out of my comfort zone, I wanted to share something with you. About a year ago at this time, I read a book by Jesse Itzler, Living with Seal. And you guys may have seen it. Jesse's currently going around selling his big calendar at jesseitzler.com/products / the big hyphen a calendar. I'll post a link at the bottom here. I'm not getting anything for it, but just seeing what Jesse's doing is kind of cool, and it reminded me. I read this book that he wrote, Living with Seal. If you haven't read it, it's a great read. I actually listened to the audio, and Jesse's very, very funny. It was like him sitting in front of me telling these crazy stories. I'm not sure if you guys know who Seal is, but you've probably heard of David Goggins, and David Goggins lived with Jesse for 30 days in his house and pushed him to do these crazy things out of his comfort zone. And I think kind of the takeaways that I got from it, Jesse, he was looking to get out of a rut, and he went and interviewed David Goggins and invited him to live with him for 30 days. And he went home and he told his wife, Sarah, he said, Seal's coming to live with us for 30 days. And it's a humorous take on pushing yourself. And if you guys know anything about David Goggins, I mean, he's an ultra marathoner. He's pushes himself, and his story is crazy as well. But I'll post kind of Jesse stuff. I'll post the book itself and some of the takeaways from Jesse. And he wrote a LinkedIn article a few years ago, and I think it's beneficial as we look at maybe getting out of our comfort zones. I'll just kind of read some of the things, but Jesse says, when you think you're done, you're only 40% done. And a quote kind of that he talks about with David Goggins and Living with Seal: every day Seal forced me to dig deep into my reserve tank. Every time I wanted to quit, he would convince me that this was only my brain talking. I still had way more in me. He would instruct me to control my mind, and he was right every time. And so, as you're working on your resolutions from the new year, you're 3 days in, this is the time, if you went back to work today, that you're like, maybe I won't do that, you're slipping a little bit. Think about this. Think about what Jesse said. When you think you're done, you're only 40% done. And so as you've gotten intentional on what you want to do, now comes the test of how can you push yourself. And so I'm pushing myself on day 3. Jesse's second comment: you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable to get better. And so he said, Seal has a saying, if it doesn't suck, we don't do it. You have to experience the pain and challenge of going past your limits to improve. He lives his life that way, and some of that rubbed off on Jesse. So again, another kind of takeaway. Some of the pain is a gift for you a little bit. I'm not, there's a lot of people who do cold plunges and push their body. I think everybody has some capacity to go beyond. But, from a beginner standpoint, I think just getting out of your comfort zone and being uncomfortable, overcoming that fear, overcoming that procrastination. If you do that every day, it's going to help you. Jesse's third quote on Living with Seal was, mix up your routine. Research shows that getting out of your comfort zone is good for the body, mind, and spirit. Mix it up. Take a different route to work. Listen to a different radio station. Break your daily habits. Seal took the mix it up to extremes, but even small changes make a difference. So I think that's right. As we're trying to get out of our comfort zone, we get into the routine of our daily lives. Mix it up. Go out for a walk in the morning. Go out for a walk at lunch. Do push-ups. Change up physically, mentally. Really try something. And then his fourth one here is drive is contagious. He experienced it firsthand. Just being around Seal made him want to push his limits. Surround yourself with people that are constantly looking to get better. And I think, there's a saying out there. I mean, like-minded people want to be together. And if people are pushing you and you're pushing them, good things can happen. And it is contagious. So Jesse's fifth comment on living with Seal was live a gritty life. Grit is a great indicator of future success. Plus, living with grit is more fun. Every month, challenge yourself to something you don't think you can compete. And he ends that with Roger that, a famous Seal quote. But I thought the book was fantastically humorous. You may have seen Jesse out on social medias, and I think anybody and everybody can learn from it. Continue to push yourself. The points, again, number one, when you think you're done, you're only 40% done. We all have more to give. I challenge you to push yourself as I'm pushing myself. 2, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable to get better. And so in those moments of uncomfortability, growth happens. I didn't necessarily want to do this video today, but here I am. I'm pushing myself. I'm learning. Continue to learn. Day 3 of the journey, but continue consistency pushing yourself where you want to grow. Growth does happen in those moments. You need to, again, get intentional. How do you want to live? Push yourself to continue to chase after those goals. When you get intentional and push yourself, you're going to want to do those things. And so, like I said, this is day 3 for me. I'm feeling great, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but part of me is saying you can't do this, Paul. So fight what your internal dialogue is saying. Be courageous, keep going. 3rd, mix up your routine, change it up, keep your brain on the edge, be mindful of what you're doing. So another thing you could do is really kind of take inventory of your daily activities and what you're doing, what you're eating, how you're thinking, how your body feels. Start getting on the intentional, get in tune with your body. Do something different, howl at the moon, keep it going. And then 4, drive is contagious. Be around people who push you. Get out of those transactional relationships. Find your tribe. I'm looking to connect with you out there. If you're looking to make a change, would love to connect with you. And then 5th and final, live a gritty life. Start taking on challenges that you don't think you can complete monthly. Build up the muscle in your brain and body that you can do anything. Once you start going big, or start small, but continue to push yourself. And so that's kind of the message today. Check out Living with Seal and Jesse Itzler. He's an interesting character, interesting guy, and thanks for checking in on the channel. Day 3 here, learning, growing, continuing to get after it. Hope you're doing the same. Hope you're following your dreams, dream big, and see you next time.